Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because it is Friday and I am finally doing a fragrance Friday. I have been behind on my fragrance reviews, so I thought we would have a little fun today and have a little perfume party using the Roja Parfums. This is the Summer Selection Fragrance Collection, and contained in this discovery set are several of my favorites. So I thought what we would do today, and it's awesome because it comes with its own little blotters here, but I thought it would be super fun to have a little perfume party, kind of go through each of these fragrances, give you the notes, and give you my impressions of each one. So if you are a fellow fan of Roja Parfums or you're intrigued by this brand, this discovery collection is a great way to test out the fragrances and see if there might be one that is full bottle worthy to you. So if you're interested in coming along to my little perfume sampling party today using the Roja Summer Selection Fragrance Collection, then let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, we're going to be reviewing the Roja Parfums. This is the Summer Selection Fragrance Library, and you can find this at Twisted Lily. It is $55, and I have a code for 10% off, which is Abby10. And if you have been watching my channel for a while, you will know that Roja Parfums is one of my favorite houses. So I was so excited to be able to share this discovery set with you today because this includes some of my personal favorites from the brand, and it also celebrates the sunny summer season, which is my favorite time of year. I'm a Cancer, I'm a summer baby. I just love these fresh fragrances that are going to be perfect for the summer months, but honestly, I wear many of these year round. So in this set, it includes 7 fragrances, and I'm going to open this up just like this. So you get 7 nice size samples with a spray. Love that. And then included in the set, which I absolutely love, is the perfume tester strips with the name of the perfume, but then I also noticed on the back it's going to give you the key notes. So we're going to have a little perfume sampling party, and I think we're going to have to start with my personal favorite. This is what I consider my signature scent, and that is 51. So you have definitely heard me talk about 51 on my channel because it's basically my joy maker perfume. I never get sick of it. It's one of those fragrances that just feels like me. It always puts a smile on my face, and I just truly never get sick of it. So here is the tester here, right here, and I'm going to spray it on our strip and give you the key notes here. I just love this so much. And this sample is actually the 51, the Essence de Parfums. They had launched these, I want to say maybe 2 summers ago, and basically they are just a brighter, kind of uplifting version of the original, which I do own the original. And to be honest, during the summer months, I always reach for the Essence because it's just that. It's just a little bit brighter, a little bit more sparkly, and it just works really well in the heat. So this is described as a floral amber scent, and the key notes, I'm loving this little cheat sheet here. The key notes in here are lemon and bergamot, mandarin, Rose de May, Lily, Raspberry, Jasmine, and Vanilla. And again, this is one of these fragrances that's just a joy maker. It also helps that every time I wear this, I get a compliment. I think that is because when I wear it, it makes me happy, it makes me confident, and so I do think there is something to that. Like when you are exuding that kind of joyfulness or energy or confidence in a fragrance, I do feel like that's probably when you're going to get some compliments. This does smell amazing as well. So I wanted to start off with this one because I consider this my signature scent. It has been for years, and it's just a great summer fragrance. Next, we're going to move on to a fruity floral, and this is Elixir. This is what the full size bottle looks like. This again is one of my favorites, and this one is kind of giving me Barbie vibes. I love it. It's slightly pink little bottle here, and since that's all the rage right now, I would probably say that would be my Barbie perfume pick. And I'm going to go ahead, spray this on here. This really is just a very beautiful, I would say, adult fruity floral. And this fragrance always makes me feel pretty when I wear it. So this is what I would lean on. Let's say I'm getting dressed up and I'm in a dress and I just want to feel feminine and pretty. That's the one that I'm going to reach for to kind of finish off my look for the day. So the key notes in this one are Rose de May, raspberry, peach, and vanilla. This one's just a really stunning fruity floral. I would tell you about all Roja Parfums is that they're very well blended. Like to me, there's not like one note that totally stands out in any of his fragrances. I can pick up on certain ones, but I always just find that they're like very well balanced. And this one's going to be soft, feminine, and pretty. It's not going to be too overwhelming or too heady. And again, I think that's perfect for the summer months when you don't want something too cloying here. There's a sweetness to it. There's like a little bit of some innocence here. This one is my pretty in pink scent and definitely giving me the Barbie vibe. Okay, next we're doing another one of my favorites. As I said, I'm a fan of the brand. This one is Enigma. Do a little spritz here. I love this one as well. This is another floral amber, and I often get asked kind of the differences between 51 and Enigma, because 51 and Enigma sort of fall in the same camp, meaning they are a floral amber scent. But what I would tell you is that in Enigma, I definitely smell this peach in there. So let me give you the notes first, but I would say there's a few notes in here that are a little bit punchier, maybe even a little bit stronger than 51. The opening of Enigma has some of the similar notes in 51. It has lemon, bergamot, and mandarin. It's got rose de may. And then the difference is that it's got ylang ylang that's going to add a little kind of creamy tropical touch to it. It's got peach. I definitely smell more peach, more pronounced. And then the base is also in a creamy sandalwood. So what I would say is that Enigma has peach in it, whereas 51, the focus is a little bit more on raspberry. And then it's a little bit creamier with the ylang ylang as well as that creamy sandalwood. They both give me a smile. I almost want to say that Enigma's slightly sexier maybe. This one might be just a little bit sassier than 51. But again, very classy scents, very signature scent worthy. Either one of those. And again, perfect for the summer because this one, even though it's a little bit sassier, it's not going to be heavy or cloying. It's going to be a very smooth operator. I would also say between 51. I find that 51 has a slightly more powdery, dry down, kind of makes you feel fresh and clean. Not that Enigma doesn't, but again, not quite as powdery. So that's a question I often get between those two fragrances. So I thought I would go ahead and answer that. But I also own a full-size bottle of Enigma that I love. And what I would tell you is when I'm in the mood for a peach fragrance, that's one that always comes to my mind. Okay, we're gonna move on to another one that I own and love, and that is Reckless. So this one, this fragrance is going to be for all of you that love Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. This one is sweet. It has almost a sort of marshmallow feel to it. They are two different fragrances, but honestly, it gives me that same feeling of that fragrance. This one's going to give you that sort of sweetness, that floralness. This one actually makes me feel more young and hip than I would say necessarily reckless, but I definitely could see this being worn on a date night. It's almost like edible. That's what I would tell you. This one is described as a citrus floral. The key notes in here are bergamot, mandarin, rose de may, pink pepper, and sandalwood. This is so good. I think I might have to wear this one today. So what I would tell you is I do love Don't Be Shy, but I will say it's a little bit headache inducing for me, almost a little too sweet. And this is where I would say that Reckless tones that down. Gonna give you that little sweet floral hit. If you're gravitating towards that in the summer months, I would definitely give Reckless a try. This is the kind that you can just spray all over, kind of bathe in it. I definitely can see you getting tons of compliments with this one. I just find that there's certain genres where you will get a lot of compliments. Usually they're sort of the freshies or the super like sweet ones. This one's going to give you that fresh and sweet at the same time. But again, I'm 55 and I definitely would wear this. I don't consider this a totally young fragrance. I will say that my daughter, who's 20, she loves this one. Like, this is one that she wanted to steal from me and take to college. It's one of those kind of fragrances that's gonna kind of have a greater audience from younger to older, everyone in between. This is a young, sweet, sexy fragrance. Okay, let's move on to one that I do not own. This is Oceania, and this is described as a citrus amber. I'm excited to give this a try. This is good. So when you first spray this out, I'm smelling a lot of citrus. I almost want to say definitely bergamot, but I almost want to say lime instead of lemon. So, but just as you can imagine, kind of that lime burst here. But it does not smell like Pledge or anything like that, but definitely need to be a lover of citrus scents. Those are the ones that I do love when it's like super hot out. I just find that those citrusy openings sort of cut through the heat. And then once those dissipate, they usually have the top notes that are super citrusy, but once they dissipate, then you start to smell the rest of the perfume. And I'm definitely smelling some florals, and I do feel like it has sort of a seaside ocean. I wouldn't say it's super salty or anything like that, but it's capturing like being on the beach by an ocean for sure. So I'm actually really liking this one. Let me give you the notes. Okay, yes, so it's bergamot, lime, mandarin, geranium, jasmine, sambac. It has a little bit of a moss note in here. That was something I was kind of picking up. Like a slight earthiness. Like sometimes when you're on the beach, you know, we were out, raw elements out there, and you can almost feel like this sort of raw, earthy element out on the beach. So there is a touch of that. juniper berry, sandalwood, and orris. And again, orris is like the bulb of iris. So it's like a little bit more creamy and a little bit more earthy and buttery. So this is a really nice contrast because it opens up with such a fresh burst, but then it dries down to a little bit more of a creamy, earthy, floral. This one really is super nice. This one's also very aromatic and it's got that clean girl feel to it as well. I also think that my husband would love this one. And as I'm looking at the bottle, I think it might be pronounced Oceania instead of Oceania, how I was pronouncing it. To me, this is definitely leaning a teeny bit more masculine, definitely unisex fragrance. Really fantastic for the summer. Like it smells like summer in a bottle to me. To me, this smells a little bit aquatic. I swear there's like a teeny bit of a saltiness in here. This one definitely smells like summer out of like all the ones we've smelled so far. Like I definitely categorize this as a summer scent. That being said, sometimes when I'm in the depth of winter and it's rainy, dank, and cold here, I sometimes want to escape to something more summery and will wear fragrances like that. Not all the time, but sometimes it will transport me. Let's say I'm having a down day and I'm feeling a little depressed about the weather. I live in the Pacific Northwest where it's often rainy and gloomy. I will use a scent like this one to sort of transport me and make me feel like I'm in a warmer climate that's definitely by the ocean. So that's what I would say about this one. Okay, we have two more in this collection. I actually do own a bottle of this. This is a Midsummer Dream. If you watch my channel, you've already heard me talk about this one. I'm going to give a little spritz on here. By the way, it's smelling super amazing in my room here. And this one to me smells like old school classic cologne. I really like this one a lot. This one is categorized as a woody amber scent. The key notes in here are going to be grapefruit. You're definitely going to smell that grapefruit. Again, a great little opening to cut through the heat. Rose de May, orange blossom, cardamom. There is this kind of warmth in here. Pink pepper, oak moss. Oak moss is always going to add a little vintage touch to fragrances. They used to use it a lot back in the day, and so this one does have a little bit of, I want to say, grandpa vibes, but in a very sophisticated way. I don't know about you, but like my grandma and grandpa, like they were always decked out to the nines, like that generation, always dressed up. They always were suave, I would say, suave and debonair. And my grandpa kind of smelled like this, but in a very good way. And again, this is not super masculine. I'm just saying it has that kind of classy, kind of debonair feel to it. And it is tree moss, benzoin, vanilla, and carrot seed. And that carrot seed is really interesting because there is a slight vegetal note in this perfume. Again, this is a Roja Parfum, so everything's super well blended. But between the oak moss and the tree moss and that carrot seed, I can see why I'm getting some of those vibes that I'm talking about. And this is another one of these great summer scents, definitely along the lines of a cologne, very fresh, very aromatic. This one also has a classy touch to it. So to me, I would wear this with like a crisp white button down. This would be kind of the classy touch that I would kind of put on. Definitely a cool, classy scent here. Last but not least, we have the Burlington 1819. I'm so excited to give this a try. And last summer, I actually got to go to London and go to the Roja Parfum shop. I have to say, I love this one. This is like first sniff of this, but I already I'm very attracted to this one. I really like it. This is definitely going to open with citrus. I'm pretty sure I'm smelling grapefruit in here. And there's almost like a little, I want to say, mintiness to here. It's really has a fantastic opening. This is I immediately almost wanted to drink it. Very, I would say, sort of a sparkling, effervescent opening that I'm really enjoying. But then there's some warmth to this. So this is described as a citrus amber scent. So definitely I'm feeling this really sparkly opening that's just really intoxicating, and then I'm getting this sort of warmth in this fragrance. So this one's kind of interesting because it is fresh and warm at the same time, if that makes sense. So let me read the notes to you. I know I'm trying to guess them, but okay. So grapefruit, lime, and mint. I definitely smelling some sort of mintiness in here. Really very invigorating. Love it. Then it's got ginger, saffron, oak moss. It's got tobacco, wood, and benzoin. So that is so interesting because it definitely is this kind of invigorating opening, but very quickly you're going to get some warmth. You get some of that rum in here, that ginger and saffron. I would say that this definitely falls in the category of a freshie despite some of these warmer notes. This is again very well blended, but it feels very fresh. Again, super well blended because there was a few things I can pick out, but I just find that he does such a great job with blending the notes in his perfumes that it's just sort of you can kind of have them peek out. They kind of take you on a little bit of a ride. And I will say I always feel like I have fun when I'm wearing a Roja Dove perfume because these are not linear fragrances. I think that's why I love the brand so much. And what I would tell you is I would definitely wear this fragrance. This is going to be on those days when I am wanting to wear something that may lean a little bit more unisex / slightly masculine. I love cologne, and whenever I smell my husband wearing some of his colognes, I always want to go and put some on myself. In this Burlington 1819, I could see both my husband and I enjoying this fragrance equally. I tend to personally always lean a little bit more on the feminine fragrances, and the reason I love this little discovery set is because there's going to be something for everyone in here. They are all spot on for being fantastic summer fragrances that are going to wear very well in the kind of oppressive heat. And I love the fact that they included some fragrances that you could, be your everyday wear, and then some slightly sexier fragrances that you could wear on a date night out. So this was super fun to have a little perfume party on Fragrance Friday. Definitely think this is a great value at $55. You get to experience a lot of my personal favorites from the Roja line, but also they include a few other ones that I feel like even if it wasn't your cup of tea, that you could definitely share with others. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I love to hear what are you wearing right now? What are your favorite summer scents? Leave that information down below in the comments box. Let me know what I need to get my nose on. You guys know I'm a little bit obsessed and always have so much fun talking to you about perfume. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will be back with another video soon.